Welcome back to another Sunday Walk video. Why am I smirking or smiling? Because the market is blowing up right now. We have some big news I gotta share. Some absolutely massive news. Although it's not a surprise, I gotta talk about what's going on with the political environment. Something huge was announced today. Why that probably affected crypto today, and why Bitcoin, I will maintain, will be at a new high by the Bitcoin conference next week. So let's talk about it. First of all, what's this big news, this urgent news? Well, as many people have expected and called for, President Biden is not running again. He's calling it quits. He put out a letter on X today. I started getting DMs and text messages about it. I think, come on, at this point, you just got to know that the guy just can't continue forward, right? Like, he can't go for another 4 years. We've all seen it before. If you watch clips of him 4 years ago when he got elected versus now, drastic difference in terms of his overall demeanor, how he talks, his speeches, like the way he moves. Just, it seemed like he aged 50 years in 4 years. It's not even the same man, right? Countless mistakes with his speeches where he forgets halfway through, doesn't know what he's talking about. He slurs a lot and mixes names up. Even recently, he got years mixed up too. Like, everything's so. Whether you like Biden or not, you have to recognize he's just not there, and he definitely won't be there for 4 more years if reelected, right? So that's the big news. After that broke, guess what? Bitcoin actually dumped down a little bit. Like, it was at like 67 something, dumped down to 66, and then boom, now we're above 68,000. So I don't know what that was. That was like a fake dip. That was like just a fake out by the whales, trying to make people think that that announcement was a bad thing for crypto. But we know it's actually fantastic for Bitcoin and crypto and markets all around. So I really don't know. I really don't know on the Democratic side who they're going to nominate. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of rumors. I don't really even want to speculate on who, because I really don't know who's qualified for a position, for a job. I really don't. Now, on the other side, we know there's Trump, right? With this new VP, who are both now very, very pro Bitcoin and crypto. So I think this is definitely a big reason why Bitcoin is above 68 and may even touch upon 69 or 70,000 by Monday. I think because, of course, the leading candidate is Trump by far at this point. And if he is going to be pro Bitcoin and crypto, well, the markets are probably going to soar if he becomes president, right? And I've been talking about this. I'm waiting for next week for many reasons, but one of the big reasons is to hear what he has to say about Bitcoin and crypto. Is he going to make the announcement that Bitcoin will be a strategic reserve asset for the US dollar? Man, if he says something like that, Bitcoin's going to be at like 100K already. It's going to be absolutely enormous. So I don't know if that's actually going to be announced. I'm sure there's other things. I'm just like speculating. I really don't know what he has to say. He did an interview with Bloomberg recently where he talked about, not letting other world powers dominate crypto. That makes sense. And how, he's been selling his NFT collections, and primarily most of the payments were done in crypto. So that surprised him. He's also put out tweets about self-custody and stuff like that. or press conferences. I don't know if he's been tweeting. But anyway, it just seems like he's like all in now, right? So he says some crazy stuff next week. It's going to be fantastic. But I think right now the market is reacting to Biden pulling out of the race, right? Also reacting to what's going to come next week. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. And also, this is something I've been saying for a couple weeks now. I think this is all a build-up, right? You guys know, like I've been talking about all these things, all these people specifically that are now like all turned pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin. And this is right all ahead of the conference, you know? So unlike the last 2 years, we were still in crypto winter, right? So I attended the Bitcoin conference last 2 years. 2022 was when Bitcoin was coming down, and I remember Bitcoin dropped like 15% or something, or 20% during the days of the conference. It was horrific. And then last year in 2023, it was also not good. It was slightly when we were coming off a bottom, but still, I think Bitcoin was at like 25,000 then. Last year's attendance sucked, I'll tell you that. There was like very little people there. But this year, definitely different. Bitcoin could be at an all-time high, $75,000. 74 will be all-time high. Bitcoin can be at $74,000, $75,000 by what? Thursday? I think the conference starts at Thursday of this coming week. Look at the momentum. Look at all the people that are pro-Bitcoin. Look at the ETF inflows. All massive. Massive. And now people can argue that with Biden out of the picture, Trump and his pro-Bitcoin stance, that's another huge catalyst for Bitcoin going forward, right? Whether you like, and I'm not trying to make this into a political thing, and I'm not trying to stir things up in terms of policies from one side or another, but from a Bitcoin and crypto perspective, definitely Trump is the most bullish, I think. Maybe not the most bullish, but most bullish out of the two between Trump and Biden. Of course, he's a lot more bullish. But you could argue like someone like RFK is also very pro, and he's going to be at the conference too. So he might be announcing some serious things too. So who knows, right? So I think the two candidates that will be speaking next week will be saying some really good things about Bitcoin, about decentralization, and about self-custody, and probably also a little bit about the miners and how they're helping the power grids, giving them tax incentives. And the biggest thing of all is, will they say something about Bitcoin becoming a reserve asset for the USD? That would make things crazy. All right. So outside of these things, I don't know what else there is. Solana's blowing up right now. Solana's above $183, up 5%. Absolutely fantastic. Told you guys, do not give up on Solana. Recently it dipped down a little bit. And now it's coming back up really fast. What's surprising is ETH is not moving. With all the hype around ETH ETFs next week, ETH is not moving. ETH is actually trailing Bitcoin and Solana hard at this point. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe people are anticipating that it won't be as hot. I don't know, but ETH is kind of stagnant. I also noticed Avalanche doing very well, up over 10% today. Fantastic for them. Another one people aren't talking about is BNB. BNB is getting really strong too. above 600 once again. BNB is just like one that no one talks about, and it just slowly creeps up. So me personally, I've been throwing, I told you guys, I'm still playing with leverage. What I'm doing is compounding my leverage with 3 to 5 X's. So like a lot of you guys, I got wrecked playing with a 10, 15, 20X leverage, you know, a couple months ago. So even up until like a month ago, even with a 5X or 7X, I got liquidated. It sucks. But I kept a few at 3X and they were fine. So what I've been doing is basically, if any of those 3, 4X's that I have open, if I see them make double digit percentage gains, so like if they're up 10%, 12%, whatever, I close it out and compound the gains into another long. So if I start with 10,000, I made 1,000, which is 10%. I close it and then reopen with the 11,000. So that's how I do it, right? So I would just compound my leverage plays, and they've been working. Made a lot of money back, and with the 3 to 4X, very, very hard to get liquidated. Again, it's not for everyone, but I'm a degen, and I've been doing that in the last month or so. It's been doing well, So yeah, so I've been noticing Sol, BNB, Avalanche, you know, Ethereum, not so hot right now, but it could flip next week. Someone like Ton kind of stopped moving too. One of the hottest moving crypto, but now that like Bitcoin and Sol got its momentum back, Ton is not moving all that much. It's kind of hovering, right? I've noticed a lot of memes come back, so that's fantastic. Whatever money's swirling around and people are getting you know, bullish once again, they go put money back into the memes. So a lot of the memes are starting to move as well, especially the smaller ones. So that's great. Yeah, overall, it's looking good. I don't know what else to say. We got so many good catalysts. We got so many good things going on right now. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it and staying bullish like always. And those of you guys that have continued DCA, you're reaping the rewards. That's it. Again, it would not surprise me, the way we're moving now, we could see 69,000 soon. And by the time I stream tomorrow morning, we could be seeing 70,000. Not surprise me one bit. I was looking at that chart, there's really nothing after, you know, like there's a resistance around 63.7. The next one's about 67.1. Now that we've broken it, if we could stay above, there's really nothing until like 70,000, and then after that is 72,000, and then the sky's the limit. So we're not too far off from making an all-time high. So that's it, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll finish my walk and enjoy your gains. All right, bye-bye.